Some stories begin with a whisper. This one begins with a laugh, sharp, cold, echoing across a quiet city park. A wealthy businessman in an expensive suit, sitting in a sleek, custom wheelchair, threw his head back and laughed so loudly that birds scattered from the trees above him. He wasn't laughing out of joy. It was the kind of laughter people use when they're hurting so deeply they don't know what else to do. Across from him stood a little girl, tiny arms crossed, chin trembling, completely unamused. She had marched up to him only moments earlier with a simple message, "I can help you." He had mocked her harshly. And yet, this little girl was about to change everything. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. It really helps our channel, Kindness Lights, continue sharing meaningful stories that brighten the world. Now, let's begin. The man's name was Mr. Harrington, known throughout town as the untouchable millionaire. He owned buildings, companies, and half the billboards downtown. His smile was famous in magazines, and his temper was famous everywhere else. A freak accident a year earlier had left him paralyzed from the waist down. Since then, his heart had hardened like concrete. He pushed people away. He blamed the world. He hated help. And above all, he hated pity. So when a bold little girl approached him in the park, he was already irritated. "What do you want?" he snapped. The girl, whose name was Lily, didn't flinch. She pointed at his chest. "I want to help you." That's when he laughed. Loudly. Cruelly. "Oh sure," he said. "You're what, 7? 8? You'll heal me?" He smirked. "Tell you what. I'll give you $1 million if you can fix this." He slapped the armrest of his wheelchair. He expected Lily to run away crying. Instead, she frowned at him with the kind of disappointed look only a child can give, the look that makes adults feel suddenly, painfully small. "You're hurt," she said softly. "But not where you think." Mr. Harrington rolled his eyes. "Kid, go home." But Lily didn't go home. She sat on the bench closest to him, because sometimes kindness is stubborn. For a long moment, neither spoke. The park was filled only with chirping birds and the distant hum of traffic. Then Lily said, "My grandpa sits in a wheelchair too. He says his legs don't work, but his heart still does. Do you let yours work?" Mr. Harrington felt something inside him twist. He didn't like that feeling. "Look," he muttered. "I don't need advice from a child." Lily tilted her head. "Then what do you need?" He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. No clever insult. No sharp retort. Just emptiness. Because he didn't know the answer. He only knew the anger. The grief. The loss. Lily reached into her pocket and pulled out a folded piece of paper. It looked worn, as if she had opened it hundreds of times. She held it out to him. "My grandpa says this helps him on bad days," she said. Mr. Harrington hesitated, then took the paper. Inside was a hand-drawn picture of a big red heart with rays coming out of it like sunshine. In a child's handwriting at the bottom were the words, "Kindness heals the parts doctors can't." He stared at the drawing. Something about it, its simplicity, its sincerity, hit him harder than anything had in months. He cleared his throat. "This helped your grandpa?" Lily nodded proudly. "Yep. And it can help you too." He didn't believe drawings healed people. But the warmth in her eyes made him want, for the first time in a long time, to try believing in something good again. The next day, he returned to the park. And Lily was there. Waiting for him. She waved at him so cheerfully he felt his guarded expression soften. For the first time in months, he felt a tiny spark of curiosity. Why did this child care? Why was she giving him time, attention, kindness, for nothing? Lily had brought crayons and paper. She announced, "We're doing heart drawings today. You need them." He almost protested, but he didn't. Over the next week, something remarkable happened. They met every day. Lily talked. He listened. Sometimes they both drew pictures. Sometimes she told silly jokes until his shoulders shook with real laughter. Sometimes, on the quiet days, he told her about the accident. About the pain. About the fear he tried so hard to hide. Lily listened the way few adults ever had. With patience. With compassion. Without trying to fix him, just understanding himself. And slowly, impossibly, his heart began to heal. One afternoon, after a long conversation about courage, Lily looked at him and said, "You kept your legs working for years. Now let your heart work too." He felt tears sting his eyes. He never cried. But this time, he couldn't stop one from slipping down his cheek. Lily simply handed him a tissue. "There," she said. "See? You can heal." He laughed softly. "Kid. I owe you $1 million. "No you don't," she said. "Just be kind to someone else. That's the only payment I want." Her words hit him deeper than any business deal.